I will be talking about Microsoft's gaming progress for my oral presentation. I would like to start with my thesis statement and a quote from the founder of Microsoft, Bill Gates. My thesis statement is the Xbox Series has had much more success than other console series from other companies, such as the Sony PlayStation or the Nintendo Wii. My quote that I've chosen is don't compare yourself with anyone in this world. If you do so, you are insulting yourself. I feel like Bill Gates' quote and my thesis statement relate because there is no comparison from the Xbox console series to the PlayStation console series because I feel like the Xbox series was better. Let me give you a few examples. For example, the Xbox series brought things like the Xbox Live or the Xbox Connect or the Xbox or the split screen that you could do on the Xbox One where you could play two different games at once per se. Let's start off. I want to start off with the Xbox to show you how far they've come throughout the years. Here's a picture. This was the Xbox. This Xbox was released November 15th, 2001. I was I was born November 18th, 1999. So in a way, I relate with Microsoft's upcoming because I've grown from then to now throughout them being a corporation that has been involved in their gaming system. As you examine the Xbox, you can see that it comes with four plugins where you can plug in up to four controllers maximum. Yes, all controllers were wired back then, but that was a hassle, but it also came with some pros because you didn't have to pay for batteries, and the only thing you would have to do is upkeep your cord because the cords can have shortages or they get tangled, small things like that. Let's take a look at the controller. This was the controller for the Xbox. Nothing too special, but it was a nice controller. It also has buttons on the back side and it has triggers on the bottom. It would be left button and right button and left trigger and right trigger. Those were the initials for those buttons on the back. Now, in November 2005, the 22nd of November 2005, they released the Xbox 360 console. The Xbox 360 has so many more concepts within it that just made it a revolutionary console. It came with the idea of the thing I called Xbox Connect, which was basically a camera that recorded all of your movements to basically portray that onto the TV screen to show you like it gives you that feel of I'm inside of the game in a way because everything that you've done like physically is displayed onto the game. So let's say you're boxing. If you're on there boxing, your movements would be portrayed on the game and it'll show you boxing against another opponent. This was a very, very good idea that I feel like they incorporated from the Nintendo Wii, but they also made it a very better idea at the same time. So this would have been an innovation. The controller the controller looks a little better. The console looks better. This is the Xbox 360 Connect that I was talking about. They're now wireless, but they also made wired controllers for the Xbox. You would just have to plug them in that little socket right there. The Xbox 360 controller was a little bit smaller. It also has, if you can look closely, that is what you would call a battery pack, which is under the controller. Yes, the Xbox 360 came with wireless controllers, but one hassle that you would have to deal with was constantly buying AA batteries for your controller, or you could just buy a wired controller for your Xbox 360. Now, the latest console that Microsoft has released, was the Xbox One. The Xbox One is what you would call a next generation console, meaning that it's ahead of its time, and it was a very, very stable console. It comes it comes with basically an upgrade for everything. The console has 500 gigabytes of memory. It has the second string concept that I was speaking on earlier, where basically you can play a game and say watch a YouTube video at the same time. It also comes with cloud storage, and you also had to have required internet connection to be able to use your Xbox One. It comes with a Blu-ray DVD compartment in it, so you could watch movies, play music, your games, all of that. It also came with this new thing called backwards compatibility, where basically you can play games from older systems like the Xbox 360, maybe the Xbox, the original one, on your Xbox One, which would give it probably better graphics, and it just brought back those old games that you didn't want to let go, and now you don't have to let them go. You can actually play them on your Xbox One. Now, out there, in my conclusion of my speech, I just want to say I feel like comparing the Microsoft's Xbox One to Sony's PlayStation 4, there are a few pros and cons both ways. Like the PlayStation is a cheaper console to purchase, and how some PlayStation games are made, you cannot buy them for your Xbox system, and it was things like that. Also, when you were purchasing your Xbox Live, like when you like purchasing Xbox Live was one thing you did not have to do for a PlayStation, obviously, but you could play online against other players for free on your PlayStation. Those were the things that they did to make you feel like one was better than the other. But in my opinion, honestly, I feel like the Xbox was a better console. And yes, we did do some trials and experiments. Like when I say that, I mean me and my family. We bought a PlayStation 3 and we bought a PlayStation 4 just to see if you could compare those two consoles. And throughout that, I feel like the Xbox One is a better console throughout, like overall. I am Deontay Carter, and I want to thank you for listening to my oral presentation.